Welcome to the CIO Water Cooler TV. My name is David Savage and today I'm joined by Andy. You're part of the Leeds NHS Trust, is that right?
That's right, yes.
What is your role? I've got it written down in front of me, but I fear that it's quite a mouthful and I might mess it up, to be perfectly honest.
That's fine.
What is your role?
Okay, so I'm the Interim Chief Digital and Information Officer.
There's quite a few aspects there.
There's a few aspects there. It's Leeds Teaching Hospitals NHS Trust.
Right.
Better get that right as well from the organisation's point of view. But I guess it's a combination of the traditional CIO role around information, but adding in digital aspects as well to bring a different emphasis to the role. It's a board level executive responsibility role, which is burgeoning within the NHS. It's quite new in terms of someone actually at the seat of the board with an informatics or an IT responsibility. Previously, that's probably been the realm of the Director of Finance. So having someone with the experience and the ability to join in with the running of the whole organisation, but bring an aspect of informatics and that visibility is quite unique.
What's your background? Have you worked within the NHS for a period of time, or?
Yeah, so as interim, I'm actually an independent,
right.
I'm contracted to Leeds hospitals while they're in this period of transition. And my background was 16 years NHS management, general practice, regional management, central NHS England and National Programme for IT as well at that, back in the day, as it were, the organisation that's now NHS Digital for Essentials. And then took a step into the private sector and helped grow the health care development business of a small software company based in Leeds.
So this might be a really stupid question, but when you say general practice, is your background then as a doctor?
No, I was the general practice manager.
Got you, okay.
Yeah, so organising the doctors and the nurses and the staff at that point.
That must have been
That
fun.
was straight after university, so
wow.
Baptism of fire.
Yes.
But a real good grounding in services to patients and general management for want of a better career path.
So look, you've got this huge array of experience across the NHS. And here you are now stepping into the Leeds Trust. And it would just be interesting, given that you're wearing now a couple of different hats, to find out what the two primary challenges you see being in your role right now.
Okay, so I think the first one as an interim CDIO is winning the hearts and minds of the staff. We've got 400 people in the department, from development technicians, project management through to technologists, and then information analysts and onwards. We've also got clinicians in that team as well, chief clinical information officers to give the perspective of the clinicians in terms of requirements and usage. So I think actually being a credible leader and coming in as an interim and providing stability to that team was the first challenge. Hopefully you win that through being a credible leader and actually understanding what they need and then delivering on that. Some quick wins, although that's a bit cheesy and overused, but it really is simple as what do you need, what can I do quickly to help you, and then longer term, what are we doing strategically? And I think strategically that second part is delivering a strategy and a message in terms of rebalancing and refreshing the digital story. We've got a really strong application layer in terms of our systems, and if we want to do the exciting technology around artificial intelligence, virtual and augmented reality, we've got to look at the basics of our infrastructure, which is archaic, and we've got end user compute that's years old, we've got servers and technology that's on site, on premise, and we need to explore cloud technologies both for disaster recovery and for scalable performance and value for money. So I think those are the two challenges. How do you address the people first, get some credibility, and then the strategic position?
So I suppose it would be interesting to know then, secondary to that, how you face the challenge that you work within an organisation where you get primary care trusts and foundations that are all quite separate with different structures. How do you deliver digital within that kind of an organisation in a way that's going to continue to support the NHS going forward?
Yeah, so the first element to that is to engage with the clinicians and engage with the managers of the services that need digital or information systems. Really understand what they need, whether it's something that they've already got that needs improving or whether there's a gap. And then looking at the technologies out there as to what can be used and brought in, whether it's analysing whether we're going to develop it ourselves, of which we do for our electronic health record, which is again fairly unique within the NHS, whether we're going to buy that off the shelf or look at open source solutions, or whether as a function we're going to outsource an element of it. So I think we are very ambitious as a trust. We'd love to use artificial intelligence, we'd love to use augmented and virtual reality, but we know we've got to get some of the basics fixed before we can really launch and use those more widely. So we're focusing on the basics, but doing some proof of concepts and piloting how those new technologies can be used in a clinical setting for the benefit of both the patients and the clinicians providing those services.
Well, look, I think it's a fascinating world that you are dealing with. So thank you for sharing a few of the challenges. It'd be good maybe for you to have you to come back and
absolutely
see how you've got on with those 6 months down the line. But yeah, thank you for joining us on the channel today.
Thank you for having me.
If you've enjoyed today's CIO Watercooler TV, do head over to ciowatercooler.co.uk where there is loads more content to get your teeth into.